ever heard the phrase follow your heart?
Or have you ever failed the test and then irrationally decided you weren't even going to try on the next one?
Or even teenagers falling in love and impulsively running away together?
Basically, if you've ever let your emotions affect a decision, you've experienced the affect heuristic.
The affect heuristic is how you rely on your emotions to make your decisions. It's a use of the system one, and it is very prone to errors and is very unreliable. In order to demonstrate the affect heuristic, we performed an experiment. In the experiment, we were trying to determine how a question was worded would affect how we react and cause the affect heuristic into action. The first question was, a mentally ill patient named Mr. Jones is being discharged from the mental hospital. 20 out of every 100 patients similar to Mr. Jones is estimated to commit an act of violence. Do you think he will commit an act of violence within 6 months of being released? The second question only differed in that it said that he had a 20% chance of committing an act of violence. The results of our data showed that on the first question, 35% of people said yes, while 64% said no. On the second question, 43% said yes and 56% said no. Our data shows that emotions plays a large impact on how we make decisions, which represents how the affect heuristic works.
Public healthcare organizations use affect heuristics to encourage people to practice healthy behaviors. David Hammond and Jeffrey T. Fong, in their 2004 paper, Graphic Canadian Cigarette Warning Labels and Adverse Outcomes, chose to assess the impact graphic Canadian cigarette warning labels on people's decisions to smoke. They used a longitudinal survey involving 616 smokers. As a result, only 1% of participants reported smoking more. 44% of participants reported back feeling fear, while 58% of participants reported feeling disgust. Smokers who reported greater negative emotions were more likely to quit, attempted to quit, or reduced their smoking 3 months later.
You should take time to think about the choices that you are making during school. By doing this, we prevent taking shortcuts to get a quick conclusion that could end up being wrong. You should also be able to realize what your emotions are. That way you can acknowledge that having a bad mood could lead to making an effect in our decisions. If someone took a test and then failed that test, they would go into their next class with a bad mood. This could lead them to failing the assignments in that class. So being able to notice these emotions can help you change your mindset.